Moving to a new city is never easy. And if you've been considering moving to the Plano area, today I'm going to be covering the pros and cons of living in Plano, Texas. Now, as a local, the first thing that comes to mind when I think of Plano is old money. No, not that kind of old money. This type of old money. The rich history in Plano definitely is still there. You can tell with all the homes and the architecture. It is a truly beautiful city and you have to see it for yourself. So first, let's get to know Plano, Texas. So Plano has an average population of 280,000. It also is only located 20 miles from downtown Dallas. So if you're doing a commute to work, Plano is gonna be a really good city for you. It is also the 9th most populous city in Texas. So that is gonna bring us to our first con, traffic. Now with the population growth that we're experiencing, Plano is one of the most populated cities in Texas. And that is because it's such a great city to live in. There's a ton of stuff to do, but traffic is definitely going to get you. So just take that into consideration when choosing this as your city to move to. Now, number 2 is affordability. Compared to other cities in Texas, the cost of living in Plano is relatively high. Of course, if you're coming from places like California and New York, it's not gonna be as high, but Plano is one of the more expensive cities in the area. So make sure you plan accordingly when you're moving down, especially if you're even looking for just a place to rent. Those numbers are gonna be higher than other cities that are close by. Con number 3 is poor roads. Especially living in Frisco, I am extremely spoiled. So when I do make drives over to Plano, the roads are a lot different from Frisco. They're gonna be a little bit more narrow. They're a little older. You're gonna run into some potholes, especially with the traffic adding on to that. It's not the greatest thing. Don't get me wrong, it's not like it's a big issue, but it's definitely something to point out of Plano. There's beautiful houses, beautiful neighborhoods, but the roads definitely need some work. Now let's get into the pros. Plano has a ton of stuff to offer, and the first pro on my list is location. One of the best located cities in North Dallas. Its proximity to downtown Dallas and all the other major cities make it a really, really good location to live in and also be able to travel to work and visit friends in its surrounding cities. Now, arguably one of the best pros to living in Plano is lower taxes. The state of Texas does not have a corporate and income tax. In Plano, there's a homestead exemption on residential property taxes. Because of that, Plano residents pay the lowest taxes compared to the surrounding cities. So if you're looking for a place to move down to where not only are you gonna get a beautiful home, but also save extra cash on your taxes, Plano might be one of the best cities for you. Now, pro number 4 is gonna be the school system. Plano has amazing schools, and I will link in the description a website that you can use to see the actual scores, but Plano has a great public school system, also some amazing community colleges. So if you're moving down here with your kids and you're concerned whether or not they'd be able to get a good education, Plano is a great city to be able to come in and provide that for your family. We can't talk about the pros and cons of Plano and be a real estate channel without talking about some of the most well-known neighborhoods in Plano. Plano has been ranked one of the most fastest growing cities in Texas. Some of the most affluent neighborhoods are Willow Bend, Normandy Estates, and Forest Creek Estates. Now, the way that Plano has been divided by its residents is East, West, and Central Plano. This divide is also going to indicate more of the prices in the city. West and East are going to be more of your luxury homes, while Central Plano is going to offer that affordable options for you and your family. And pro number 5, one of my favorites, is going to be food. So I have lived in Frisco for over 15 years. With those 15 years comes some experience in the food section, and I have some of my favorite restaurants located in Plano, Plano offers a ton of things to do as well, which is one of my favorite cities to be able to go out with some friends or family and have a great time, whether that is some bars and nightlife or shopping centers. Some of my favorite restaurants are actually Whiskey Cake, amazing options for whiskey, really great food that switches every month, and also the infamous Whiskey Cake, which is amazing. I highly recommend you go check it out. You might even run into me there. I promise you, I'm there at least a few times a month. Another great restaurant is Taqueria Los Angeles, which is a restaurant that is from LA, brought to Plano, which has authentic Mexican food. So if you're looking for some birria tacos or just some great burritos or tortas, this place has it all with some really cool alcoholic drinks that you guys can try. And lastly, you can't mention Plano without mentioning Legacy Hall. If I'm ever with a group of friends and we can't decide on where to eat, I usually take them to Legacy Hall, which has a ton of options. At least there will be something that one of us likes and we can go around the food hall and pretty much have whatever we want. So Plano, thank you so much for offering some of the greatest food there is in the city. If you're still not convinced that Plano is the city for you, schedule a call with me. We'll schedule some showings and I will show you why I love the city of Plano. Now, if you want to watch some of my other videos, I am actually posting this Friday a luxury listing in Plano. So if you're watching this after the 21st of October, the video should be live. And definitely go check it out. It is a beautiful luxury property in Plano. You will not be disappointed. But that pretty much covers the pros and cons for Plano. If you have any yourself, comment down below and let all the people moving to Plano know what you think about the city. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy the video, make sure you leave a like button down below. It really helps me out to know whether or not these videos are beneficial for you. Once again, thank you for watching, and I will see you at the closing table.